I want to try this little catch light. I just don't want to turn off halfway through the production. Hey guys, what's going on? It's us again. Lucas.
And Jackie.
Nice. We didn't even plan that. I just wanted to see if she would take the cue if I teed it up. And she did. She's getting better. Nice. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Lucas Skyler Scott, and welcome to our little family here on YouTube, a channel where we're going to share with you our perspectives, our opinions, and our reality of being human beings. So
not
welcome.
Robots. We're not robots.
We're not robots. We keep telling them that; they'll believe us. So let's just jump right in. So it's pandemic, and one of the things that everybody has been looking at is homeschooling. And so we have a list of topics here. By the way, just so you know, here's the format. We're just going to go down the list of topics. It's not super organized. Part of this channel right now, the phase that we're in, is kind of like bringing lots of different information to you and seeing what it is that you, as a viewer, respond best to. So please take a chance to go down and leave a comment for the kinds of information that you like. Maybe we say something and you're like, that was bad, I don't like that. Go ahead, leave a comment about that also. Be gentle. And that'll help us to kind of hone down the types of things that we talk about. So jumping right in, let's talk about homeschooling.
Homeschooling. We are homeschooling this year due to a disgusting virus that is yuck. So we definitely need to be way more organized with it. We haven't been.
We're learning how to homeschool.
Yeah.
And we've never done it before. And obviously we have a 5-year-old and a 3-year-old. So our version of homeschooling is basically continuously attempting to make life educational, I think is kind of the best way to put it.
Yeah.
But like Jackie was saying, we want to get more organized.
Yeah. Right now it's kind of more just like literally at any sign of interest. It's like just harping in that moment and doing it right then. But honestly, ideally, we should probably be doing like a every day from this time to this time doing, this
chain
thing.
them to a post.
Not chain them to and
not beat them up until
force,
they learn how to math.
Just, it'll
I think structure's a good thing. I think structure's a great thing. My life, pre-Jackie, was a chaotic mess of zero structure. Not really. That was my perception of it. It was pretty messy. And, that's what you get with the kind of upbringing I had. It was, it was crazy. It was crazy. I love you, Mom. I love you, Mom. I know. But it shows, you've got, like 100 kids, not really, 6 kids, and a business, and a single mother for pretty much all of my rearing. And so, you wind up with, there's some chaos. Even in a very organized situation, like even our situation, this is not a single parent type of situation. I do run my own business, which can be chaotic and difficult and challenging, and it's a new business in that we're just really now stepping into our 3rd year, and it's just me. But even this, anyway, the point is we want to be more organized, and I don't think that it's a matter of again, crushing their little spirits into little squares of time. But I think, like you were saying, kind of like having more of a structured kind of day, maybe.
Yeah, exactly.
What does that mean? Sorry, what does it mean when you say more organized?
Just like a more structured kind of day. We wake up, say around the same time every day, which we do. But then also, it's like then, after breakfast, and it's like, from this time to this time, we do this type of thing. This is like a space for this kind of learning or whatever. And then, you move on to the next little chunk of time. And then so on.
And then they go to college. That's homeschooling in a nutshell for you. I almost think that it would be, it's almost like, I think without knowing a lot and having a lot of experience with it in terms of having like a structured kind of like schooling environment and running that, I think it would be like, this is my ideal homeschooling situation. It's sort of like you have all of the categories, or topics that you're gonna be doing homeschooling around. For example, reading, writing, math, alphabet at our level, and you have those kind of activities / things and resources organized, And you have like playtime happening, right? We get up and we're little kids, and so it's like food, and then it's get up and play, and then food, and then more play. But that playtime would be kind of directed towards certainly whichever of these they show interest in, and then also kind of like spreading that out over over all of those categories. So something like that.
They can have a pick of like
there's like a bunch of different ways you can go about spending time with letters and learning about reading and stuff, which is great. They're actually these kids, they're doing really well. Nathan's doing all of his sounds.
Yeah, they're picking up the phonetics.
That we got an app for them.
Everything's app powered. That really helped a lot the most.
It's called Endless Learning Academy. And it's really cool. And it just helps them. It's just awesome, and it's fun.
And it seems more like they're getting to play a game than like doing a lesson. But it's little lessons, little mini lessons. It's great.
Yeah, it's cool. It's really cool. Check it out for sure. I'm not doing any editing of these videos, or as little as possible, so I probably won't be putting an icon on the screen of it. But if you leave a comment below, maybe I can drop it in the comments or something like that. So that's where we're at with homeschooling, and we're going to get it figured out one day when I finally learn to read, and then we'll sort that out. I fixed the furnace. That's the great news. This is old news for us, but new for you guys. The furnace was broken.
Yeah, it broke while you were out of town.
Yeah.
Which was fun, because there were some cold nights.
Yeah, sorry, sweetheart. And this has been the year for me of like, whatever, as misogynistic or sexist as it sounds, becoming a man and like really like learning how to deal with things myself.
Yeah, really, it's just like it's becoming an adult.
Becoming an adult.
Not a man, an adult.
Yeah, okay. Sorry.
And just doing for yourself before just calling somebody else to do for you.
Yeah, which is kind of like, I don't know if it's our culture or how we operate these days, where it's just like, just call someone and have them do it. But lately I've just been like, no, we're not doing that. We're not calling somebody. I'm going to just go do it. And it's really painful. I'm not going to lie. It's a really painful experience. I did fix the furnace. Yes. Thank goodness. I've got a great role model. My neighbor, Nick. Yeah. He is the man, thebomb.com. He's great. And he's got a great beard. And he's a lumberjack. So.
I think that the funniest part about this whole thing is we've lived in this house for, 6 years? And neither of us knew where our furnace was.
That was the hardest part, actually.
I was finding the furnace.
I was under the house, like, climbing around our crawl space. I went under there, 3 times. And, God, the things I saw down there. And I just couldn't find it. And then I even took the side of our HVAC unit off this giant metal panel, and it wasn't back there either. And so I did finally find it, and I got it worked out. And it was like one of these, the little, the gas spouts, it was plugged. So I just stuck something in there and opened it up, and the whole thing blew up. No, not really. The whole thing was fine, and now it's fixed.
Yes.
Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. So, same thing with the brakes on the car. I've been learning about how to do that sort of stuff too. And my goodness, what a painful experience. The short version of this story is I broke it more.
A lot more.
Then I broke a chair in a fit of rage. The kids didn't see it. I went and hid that shameful experience and just only exposed Jackie to that. That was pretty exciting.
That was fun. At least it was a chair that we were gonna donate.
Yeah,
anyway.
it was like an old computer chair. Yeah. I punched the handle of it, the arm piece, and it
exploded everywhere.
It just literally exploded.
Shot across the room.
2 times. The top exploded, and then the rest of it exploded. And then I wound up fixing it in the end, and the car was okay. The brakes were fine. And then I drove cross country in it, and it worked. And I didn't die, so that's great. Onward, back to the children. So we talked a little bit about the kids, sleeping on the mattress, and so far so good. It's going well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. There was a little setback because when I was at work, then he allowed a child into the bed.
That's not how it happened. That sounds a lot like I allowed a child into the bed at night, and I did, but that's not how it happened. I was asleep. Let me tell you what happened from my experience. I was asleep. I woke up. Nathan was crying. I wasn't even really fully awake. This is the middle of the night. And, I guess he hit his head on something. This is what we learned later.
He ran into the dresser whenever he was coming in the room and hit his head.
One more reason to not be running around the house in the middle of the night. I think is a great indication here. But I was half asleep and he came over and I just took him, I took him in. I was like, come here, baby, come on up here. And I held him and snuggled him. And then I woke up like an hour later or some amount of time later. And I was like, what's happening right now? I even asked him, I was like, did the alarm clock go off? Because we have this, my friend Dana, she gave us an okay to wake clock and it changes colors based on, it changes colors based on, what time it is. If it's time to indicate to the children, hey, it's, whatever time, 6 o'clock, you can come in the bed and snuggle, or you can get up out of your bed and start your day to kind of keep them in bed longer. And it hadn't gone off yet. I had just pulled him in the bed. So I said, okay, fine. And then, because of that, he started negotiating. Mm-hmm. He started negotiating.
Found a point of weakness.
Point of weakness. He actually made a really good point, because my main argument has been, you guys will sleep there and we'll sleep up here so everyone has more space.
Yeah.
Because I need more space when I sleep. And what did he say?
He said that when mommy's not there, there's more room.
That's right.
So smart.
Smart kid. And I said, no, that's not how it's going to work. So I think it'll be okay. We'll get through it. Last night he woke up and he was fussing about it for a little while there.
He was good, though.
I got kind of cranky and shut it down. But I think that's kind of necessary sometimes. It's like, I don't know. This is the difference in our parenting. It's like you...
I take the time and sit there and, talk with them about it. Even if it, takes a while. And then you're just like, nope, not happening. I'm the adult here.
I pitch a little fit. Not always. I don't start there.
I know. But if it's lingering. Then...
If it's lingering and going on and on, then I tend to shut it down pretty quick. I just don't see the...
Look at the window. There's a cartoon eyeball looking at me. Looks like a interesting duck Daddy drew. Brayden, come here, you.
In business, I have 3 proposals to go out today, and a 4th that needs to be wrapped up. So that's great. I actually just got a call from my good friend Neville, and I'm putting something together for him.
A dinosaur and a space alien?
You got it, man. What? Let me in the frame.
Okay. Now you gotta be quiet or go. Okay?
So, we're making a video, baby. We're making a video.
I need to whisper in your ear.
Okay.
Keep talking.
I need to tell
Okay.
you something.
I'm in the middle. Can't follow you.
Okay.
I'll be done in a minute. Okay?
Stop.
Okay, look, hey, come on, man. We're making a video. So just let us make the video. You want to hang out and be part of it? No? Do you want to just wait until it's done? Well, we're rolling right now, okay? So this is time for the video. When we're rolling on the video, we get to make the video. And the longer we talk about that, the longer it's going to take. No, this is over. Stop what you're doing. Why don't you go and wait in the living room, and we'll be done in just a minute. Please and thank you.
You're okay. Go on. It's okay. We'll be editing that out.
Maybe. Or maybe not. I guess that is the point that Jackie just made. That's right there is your shutdown. Okay. I can't even do this with this sound now. He's going to be crying in the background. It's hard. Things are hard. Everything is harder with kids. It's just true. It's just true. Even making a little video where it's like, oh, we're just going to film something really quick here. And I can feel it. I feel bad. I feel like, I should just shut off the camera and just spend my... This is the black and white version of Lucas, right? This is my options. Either do whatever I want or don't do anything I want to do and just be a parent only. And it's not like that. So let's get back to the video. Focus here, guys. Focus. I finished this big edit that I was working on, which is always great because I've noticed something about my business. And here's what it is. Because I do all of it myself, when my job is to do talk to clients, do sales, organize things, go do the production, right? Or plan it, film it, edit it, deliver, right? And then repeat if possible. Well, when I get enough jobs kind of in that pipeline, I stop doing some of those activities because I don't want more business right now today.
Yeah.
I just can't think about it. My bandwidth in my brain is not... She's like, well, just schedule them out.
Just schedule it way out in the future. So it's like you have that continuous...
I like that idea.
flow.
That's a great idea. But in my mind, I just only have so much bandwidth to be dealing with these and switching gears. And so I want to be able to do that, but at the same time, it's just really hard for me to actually do it. It's what ends up happening instead is I go and book a bunch of business, and then I, do all of those jobs, film them and then edit them. And really what happens is when I have a lot of editing in my queue, I stop doing acquisitions.
Yeah.
I just stop doing it because it's too much. Yeah, I feel overwhelmed. I feel bogged down. And so, the best thing I can do is to quickly edit videos and get them out faster so that I can go and book more business. Or some people might be thinking, why don't you hire a salesperson? And that's actually that's a good idea and something I may go towards, but that requires managing a person and being organized. And I'm, not really super great at either of those things. So anyway, I'm working on it. Anyway, so I finished the edit and I got that turned in. And one of the things that I really hate about my job is that I really love what I do, and I usually pour my heart and soul into it. And I did this big edit, and I turned it in, and I turned this in on Monday morning.
Yeah, that sounds right.
And it's Tuesday morning or Tuesday afternoon, and I haven't heard back yet. I mean, this is so painful for me. Like, when I turn something in, I desperately just want to get an email response that says, everyone set an auto reply to all my emails. Just stroke my ego and respond with, great work, Lucas. This is exactly what we wanted. Or, this is close and here's what you can do to fix it. Or, this is terrible, never email me again. But I just want to know what's going on.
Yeah, well, people are doing other aspects of their business, so sometimes it takes more than 24 hours for them to view it, especially if they have to have multiple people view it and give their stuff, and then they don't want to send you an email saying, great job, and then you're like, okay, done, and then, a day later, they get the other people to watch it, and there's the problems. And then they have to send you another email that says what that is. Yeah. And then you're like, but wait, you said it was good.
Yeah.
So it's all about just trying to condense it all into one thing.
Well, it's better that way. Yeah. Like one singular communication to me.
You can have it. Do you need me to open it?
In other news, I did 3 rounds of the 10 rounds workout last week. 4 technically. One of them was the introductory version of the thing. But I did them, and that was pretty good. And I'm planning on doing more this week. In fact, I'm going to do one today. And I had pretty bad consistency with my waking up early and meditating and doing my push-ups. And you knew that already from the last video. But this week I've started fresh, started strong. And by the way, my week, the work week that I've created for myself is condensed down. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday are my work days for Skylar Scott Studios and video production stuff. Friday is my work day for personal projects like script writing or my own YouTube stuff, really this kind of video, but I'm trying to do more of these just throughout the week, so it's kind of scattered. And then Saturday, Sunday, Monday is time off, time with family, time with the kids. That's when Jackie's working, so I'm here with the kids and spending more time doing that, so it's easier. But so far today, I did my meditation. I did 1 round of my 3 rounds of meditation with the Wim Hof thing, and I did my 50 push-ups, and that's good. And I drank a liter of water.
And then are you going to try to work out to the Beachbody stuff later as well?
Yeah, that'll happen today also. Yeah, so Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday are my days to be a real human or to be an adult. And on those days, I am trying to really accomplish the most in terms of my fitness and also my business.
Mm-hmm. Okay, on to the next one. Your heart rate? Did you already do that one?
No, let's take my blood pressure.
Oh.
So, but I did make a new organizer and a task thing. I don't know how good you can see it. I made this on Canva, so if you want to check it out, just leave a comment that you'd love to see it, and what we can do is I'll leave a comment with a link to it. Can I hold this up?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if this is going to actually work or how this works. I don't know how things work sometimes. So there's that. Jackie doesn't want to talk about her work, but I want to talk about her work. And I'm scared that if I talk about her work, she'll get angry and won't want to do any more videos with me. But I'm going to do it anyway because I think it's worth it. This is just the blood pressure cuff. It's about to explode off my rippling biceps.
It's about to explode off of there, yeah. It's Probably because your pressure's so high.
Shh. Thanks.
I mean, we'll see in a second.
I'm actually really proud of how well I've done with the coffee thing.
Just doing the 1 cup a day.
Yeah.
I feel like it's quicker when I take it. It is 145/81. Hey, improvement.
Is that an improvement?
I mean,
Okay, battery cut off there. So I don't know if it recorded the first part and then just died or what. But if it did, then too bad. All of that's gone forever. And we're really at the end of this piece. I just wanted to talk for a second about Jackie's work. Jackie is a nurse at the hospital. And she's been there a long time. And she's really good at what she does. And she told me sometimes that when you're a nurse, I don't really know what I'm talking about, but I'm going to do my very best here, okay?
See how this goes.
See how this goes. Well, you can just talk about your job if you want.
Let's hear it.
Okay. Sometimes when you're a nurse, you have to wear the scrubs. No, sometimes they make you what's called a charge or a charge nurse, and you're kind of like in charge of the floor. Make sure everything is running well. Make sure all the nurses are doing their job. Taking care of the patients. Make sure that they have the resources and information. You're probably the most I wouldn't say tenured. I was going to say the most senior person, but I didn't want to say senior. You're the oldest person on the floor. No, not really. You're just most experienced. And so you're kind of like the main point of decision making if there is a question about how to do something.
Right.
They basically get that?
Yeah, that. And like then whenever you're like getting patients or transferring patients out, you're, assigning that and managing that. And,
you're also kind of triage.
And then also doing the next shift's assignments for them.
Right. So all of those things. And there was a situation where somebody, they were a little bit greener, a little new around the edges, and they had just a kind of a tough night. There was like some situations where it didn't go well for them. And they were really freaked out about it. And that makes sense. In nursing, you're dealing with life and death situations. Yeah. I mean, this isn't like, I messed up and I didn't get the lighting right on this shot. I mean, that can be expensive and a costly mistake, but it's not life and death. That's not true. Usually. Not unless you're really, really bad at film production. The light hits somebody. For grips, it's life and death. Like, you set that light stand up wrong, you're going to kill somebody. But so this young woman was really upset and questioning whether or not she should even be working on the unit that you guys work on. And Jackie was so sweet and kind and encouraging to this young woman, and she told her this is my understanding from the story, because Jackie didn't want to talk about it, so I'm gonna tell it from what this is totally hearsay.
Third-hand story.
What do you want to talk about? Okay, great. You just
Keep going.
Be the pretty prop, and I'll deal with the rest. She just kind of talked this girl down from being really hard on herself and talking about maybe quitting that unit and going off to some other unit. She felt like she maybe wasn't worthy or wasn't good enough for it or couldn't do it. And she was like, no, you need to chill out. It's going to be okay. And the girl was like, oh, you're just saying that because you're nice. And she's like, no, if you were an idiot, I'd tell you that you were an idiot nicely, indirectly. I'm paraphrasing here. But basically, she just, I don't know. I just am proud of you, and I wanted to give you props because you did really well with that.
Oh, thank you.
If it actually happened, because this is a story you're hearing third hand now. There's 5 sides to every story that you hear on this channel. But you're great. I just want to give you one of those. Thank you. Way to go. You're awesome.
Trying to step into this role, and it's scary sometimes, so.
Yeah, YouTube is hard. No. Oh, wait, she's talking to
No. Wheel myself out of there.
No, come back. Yeah, no, I mean, it is scary because you're in charge, and it's you have all of these people who are then relying on you.
Yeah. And
if something goes wrong, it's all your fault.
Yes, completely my fault.
Or at least it's sort of the buck stops here kind of deal.
Yeah. You're in charge of a lot of people and a lot of patients by proxy, and so it can be a little scary. Yeah.
Okay, great. Well, let's hear it for our healthcare workers. Yay! Okay. Thank you for your service and for all that you do. If you are out there and you are, a frontline healthcare person, especially these days, it's crazy the kind of stuff I hear about. I won't go into the details. but it's crazy. All right, guys, that's it. Be sure to leave a comment. Be sure to hit subscribe and hit that like button if you like content like this where it's just real and raw and true. And if something you heard today was good and you want more of stuff like that, or we're looking for feedback here. That's the idea here. Is here's the 1 year view of the channel and the videos. We keep putting out videos. We get feedback about what people like or don't like, either directly from them, please, in the comments, or based on views and watch time and that sort of stuff. And we continue to mold and build the content on the channel into something that is more consumable and more relatable to more people.
Just improvement overall.
It's improvement overall. So let us know what's going on and we'll just get better. And if it's terrible, let us know about that too so we can remove it. Okay, great. We'll see you next time. Have a great one. Cut. I gotta get a remote for this thing.
Yeah.